こんにちは、ハリケーンフットボールです。今回の教材も、リーズユナイテッドの田中碧に関する動画です。おなじみのOneリーズファンチャンネルからの動画で、少し早い気もしますが、1月の移籍市場について話をしています。この動画では田中碧に関する部分を切り取っていますが、他の選手についてもたくさん話していますので、リーズファンの方は、ぜひチェックしてみてください。田中碧は、チャンピオンシップでもベストプレイヤーの一人となっているのは間違いなく、1月の移籍市場でもオファーがあるのではないかと、リーズファンのコナーが心配しています。いくつかのクラブ名も挙げていますが、噂が実際にあるというよりも、ミッドフィールダーを欲しがっていて、田中碧に興味を示しそうなクラブとして話をしているようです。結論としては移籍させたくない、というのは間違いないですが、実際にどのように話しているのでしょうか。チェックしてみましょ
う。Okay. Let's have a quick look at the January target as well. So I wanted to speak about Tanaka, and I think this is a big one. And obviously, you know, this is something that's going to be quite prevalent in the window. This boy is frighteningly good. He's got an abundance of man of the matches, player of the matches, I should say. And at this moment in time, it's a bit frightening what he's doing at this level now. He's got to 26, 27 years of age, and he's still playing at sort of second tier level, which is staggering for me. Obviously, he has played in the Bundesliga, but for me, it's pretty staggering that nobody's picked him up yet. And I think we can all come to that understanding. Now, I am a little bit worried about him. I'm enjoying Tanaka, but I am very, very worried about him. And I think there's clubs in and around Europe right now who are looking for a technical midfielder. And I think there are clubs right now who it's very abundantly clear that, as I've just mentioned, they're scouring the market. So what do we know? Tanaka is the best player in the championship. Is that going to bring with it interest? It will, naturally. And I think, personally, you're going to get maybe teams testing the market, asking the question about Tanaka. Do I think Leeds will let him go? I don't think Leeds will let him go. I think that will be suicide. Although Leeds might think we've got Ampadu and Grave and Rothwell in there. That's sustenance enough. Do I think that'll happen? And Guilavogui? I don't, guys. I think it's going to take a crazy offer. But what is a crazy offer to Leeds United in the Championship? Is it 15, 20 million? Is it more than that? Who knows? They brought him in for 3.4 million. That'd be a tasty profit. His contract is till 2028. And I think Leeds have to be reluctant here. I think, look, this is obvious. But the sort of three clubs that I'm looking at this moment in time, domestically, as in, you know, just in the English pyramid, who require a player just like Tanaka. I think Crystal Palace, they will be, as I've mentioned previously, scouring the market for a technical midfielder right now. And someone like him, they've got previous of going to the Championship, haven't they, and picking up players, especially in that midfield area, Eze, Elise, Will Hughes, amongst many. I don't think the January market's gonna sort of veer them away from doing that. And I'm not touting him out here, everybody. I think this is something that Leeds are going to have to face in January in terms of knocking back interest. Another team is Frankfurt, who have expressed interest in Tanaka before. They've had scouts go and watch him. They're doing extremely well at that level. And what they've built at Frankfurt is just literally an entire basin of technical midfielders. And the other one, the prominent one, is AC Milan, who right now just seem to be rumoured with every single midfielder on the market, but they don't have a lot of money. They do not have a lot of money right now, and neither and Serie A clubs have been looking really in the market at sort of bottom-end Premier League and Championship players for a while now. So I think Borussia Mönchengladbach are another one, but I think it's probably more likely that we're seeing some players be of interest this January, and I actually believe Tanaka is going to be one of those. But I think Leeds will be reluctant, but I think they're going to, this is the problem with not getting to the Premier League, not getting to the Premier League, but being at the summit of the division right now, I think is going to be a really big advantage for Leeds, because Tanaka can see, he's like, look, we are the best team in the division. Stay with us, fella. We'll get to the Premier League, and this will be a much sweeter taste up top. Williamson is, and a fan favourite, being played on the wing at the minute. He is Einer, and that's a big problem, isn't it? Sujal says, shoot me down if you will, but I'm thinking Tanaka's level is above any of our midfielders, including the captain. That's exactly right. And I think this is why he's gonna garner a little bit of interest in January. And I think maybe some clubs will maybe put a bid in there for Leeds United. Leeds bought him for 3.4 million quid. We're not looking round and now saying that that's what he's worth, but there will be clubs thinking, well, do you know what? We're going to test that. And what is sort of 10 million to a Frankfurt and an AC Milan, and especially to a Crystal Palace, a Premier League club who will be the richest out of Frankfurt and AC Milan, which is crazy nowadays, isn't it? But let's have a little look at some of the other bits as well. So. Martin says, Connor, if you let Tanaka go, who would you replace him with? Martin, I would be locking him in everything. I think if they let Tanaka go, that would be a horrific indictment on the 49ers right now. But the whole point of this video, mate, is will there be interest in Tanaka? Could there be bids for Tanaka in the January period with him literally? Let's not be naive here. He's the best player in the division. So will there be interest in him? Yeah. Could there be bids? Yeah. You know, we know how good he is. But at the end of the day, they can't do that. They can't do that for me.
次は解説です。今回も普段使いできそうな便利な表現もいくつかありましたね。皆さんにとっては簡単なボキャブラリーも入っているかもしれませんが、知らないボキャブラリーも一つはあると思いますので、一緒に解説をチェックしてみましょ
う。This is something that's going to be quite prevalent in the window.
プリバレントは何かが広く普及しているや一般的であるという意味の形容詞で、例えば、その習慣は若者の間で一般的ですというような使い方がされます。同義語としては、ワイデスプレッドやコモンがあります。文脈によっては、優勢である、支配的であるといったニュアンスも含まれます。
This is something that's going to be quite prevalent in the window. This is something that's going to be quite prevalent in the window. But for me, it's pretty staggering.
スタガリングは驚くべき。信じられないほどの、という意味の形容詞で、何かが非常に大きい、予想外、または圧倒的で、人に驚きや衝撃を与えるときに使います。文脈によって、驚異的な、信じられないと訳せます。これまでも何度も解説してきましたが、本当によく使われますね。
But for me, it's pretty staggering. But for me, it's pretty staggering that that's sustenance enough.
サステナンスは生命を維持するものや支えを意味する名詞で、主に食べ物や飲み物といった生きるために必要不可欠なものを指します。比喩的には感情的、精神的な支えや生存や活動を維持する手段としても使われます。文脈によって栄養、存続の基盤、支えと訳せます。
That's sustenance enough. That's sustenance enough. And I think Leeds have to be reluctant here.
レラクタントは気が進まない、消極的なという意味の形容詞で、ある行動や決断をしたくない、またはためらいながら行う様子を表します。多くの場合、内面的な抵抗感や迷いを伴うニュアンスがあります。文脈によっていやいやながら、仕方なくと訳されることもあります。
And I think Leeds have to be reluctant here. And I think Leeds have to be reluctant here. I'm gonna sort of veer them away from doing that.
ビアは方向を変える、それるという意味の動詞です。物理的に進路を変える場合や話題や方針が転換する場合に使われます。また、風の向きが変わるといった開示用語としても使用されます。文脈に応じて、それる、転換する、向きを変えると訳されます。
It's gonna sort of veer them away from doing that. Gonna sort of veer them away from doing that. And I'm not touting him out here, everybody.
タウトは宣伝する、売り込むを意味する英語の動詞で、商品やアイデアを積極的に良いものだとアピールする際に使われます。英国ではラフや行為をするという意味でも使われます。
And I'm not touting him out here, everybody. And I'm not touting him out here, everybody. Literally an entire basin of technical midfielders.
ベースンは本来、洗面器、盆地、流域など何かが集まる器や場所を指す言葉です。ここでは比喩的に使われており、フランクフルトは技術的なミッドフィルダーの宝庫を築いたというニュアンスで使われ、豊富さや集まりのイメージを伝えています。文脈次第で容器、集合体、拠点などの意味に展開されます。
Literally an entire basin of technical midfielders. Literally an entire basin of technical midfielders. And the other one, the prominent one, is AC Milan.
プラミネントは目立つ、顕著な、重要な という意味の形容詞で、主に物理的または抽象的に何かが際立っている状態を表し、突き出たという物理的な特徴にも使われます。文脈によって有名な、顕著な、目立つといったニュアンスで訳されます。
The other one, the prominent one, is AC Milan. The other one, the prominent one, is AC Milan. That would be a horrific indictment on the 49ers right now.
インダイメントは起訴、告発、非難を意味する名詞で、法律用語としては犯罪者とされる人物への正式な起訴を指し、比喩的には状況や行動への厳しい批判という意味でも使うことができます。文脈によって告発、批判、問題点の指摘などに訳されます。
That would be a horrific indictment on the 49ers right now. That would be a horrific indictment on the 49ers right now. Let's not be naive here.
ナイーブは英語で世間知らず、純真、素朴といった意味を持つ形容詞で、ネガティブな場合は経験不足、騙されやすい、ポジティブな場合は純粋、無邪気と解釈されます。日本語のナイーブは繊細や傷つきやすいという意味で英語とは大きく異なり、英語で繊細を表現したい場合はセンシティブやデリケートを使います。
Let's not be naive here. Let's not be naive here.
いかがでしたか？実際に噂があるのかはわかりませんが、フランクフルトや AC ミラン、ボルシアメンヘングラートバッハなど実際に話があっても全く驚かなさそうですね。田中碧自身はプレミアリーグでプレーしたいのだと思いますが、クリスタルパレスは現状では降格してしまう可能性が十分にあり、リーズユナイテッドがプレミアリーグに昇格できそうな状況から見ても、残留する可能性がもちろん高いと想像できます。移籍するなら、本当にプレミアリーグの注意以上になるでしょうし、その可能性が全くないわけではないという状況だけでも嬉しい話だと思います。またこれからの活躍次第だと思いますが、今の活躍を続けていれば、そういう話も実際に出てくると思いますので、引き続き田中碧とリーズユナイテッドを応援していきたいと思います。本日もご視聴いただきありがとうございました。またすぐにお会いしましょう。